So what is the worst thing that the narcissist does to you? I'm sure if you ask many people, you'll get many different answers, and they'll all probably have their own merit and be correct in some way. But I think the worst thing the narcissist does to you is to make you believe they are somebody that they are not. And it all starts with that mirroring at the beginning, where they level with you, they relate to you, they mirror your ways, your interests. They make an impression which is very appealing to you. And while they make that very good first impression, a very appealing first impression, they're reflecting your best traits back at you and enhancing these traits. So they're making you feel comfortable, they're making you feel good, they're making you feel that there's somebody who's unusually able to confide in them, like trustworthiness. It's uncanny, but it feels good in a way. And when you talk about various topics and things that you've done, you know, obviously they're data gathering throughout that process. And it's, throughout the process of normal conversation, they find a way of tickling your hidden desires. They intensify that whole aspect of sharing the interests that you have. And all this, it causes you to start to like them. And it's very sneaky the way they do that. It is very sneaky the way they get you to like them, the way they get you to fall for them, knowing that it's not based on truth, but it's based on them putting out, their chameleonic nature and just kind of morphing it into something that they know would appeal to you, that would interest you. It's the ultimate deception in a way. It's like their bait. They're putting out that bait that's customized just for you, and they're confident that you'll bite. And trust. I mean, most of us don't open up our trust to people willy-nilly. It takes some time. We're careful about it. But the way narcissists make you feel you can relate to them, the way they cause you to see yourself in them, that mirroring, it makes it so easy for you to open up your trust into them. And the moment you start trusting somebody and opening yourself up, what you're doing is you're lowering your personal boundaries. And all that does is it means you're putting yourself in a place of vulnerability if you're dealing with a toxic type. And of course, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you are dealing with a toxic type, one of the worst. And it's when you've steadily, almost permanently released those boundaries and open up your trust. It's an iterative process. It doesn't all happen from one day to the next. But the narcissist reaches a point in their interactions with you where they think, haha, I got this person. They trust me. They like me. There's no boundaries. That's what narcissists love. They love people with no boundaries because then they can do what they want. So it's when you're in that place that their charade starts to wither away and their mask drops. And then you start to see their true colors, who they really are, how they really feel about themselves, which is done through projections. When they project upon you, you see how they feel. And you also start to see what they're capable of. And it can be very confusing, that switch, when they turn from this attentive, interested, empathic, caring person into somebody who's cold and sensitive and different. It's like they naturally become this brutal person. And you did nothing to prompt this brutality, to surface. It just happened naturally. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Well, if you're dealing with a narcissist, that's why. And also, as a matter of fact, once they have conquered your trust, loyalty, love, all that stuff that they work hard to conquer, they just lose interest in you in any important way. And of course, that causes pain in you. You hurt knowing that you're kind of all in and then this person's all out. The fact that you're in pain, it makes them feel good about themselves. It validates them and makes them feel better than you. So all that's just how narcissists roll. They put on that performance initially, pretend they're something they're not. They mirror you strongly. It all works to reel you in. And then, they would have done that successfully, assuming they did. You're in, and then the true character starts to come to the forefront. The mask drops. Now it's just never-ending devaluation, with the occasional intermittent, reinforcement, affection, maybe even a new cycle of the love bombing being short-lived. But for the most part, it's a never-ending devaluation. And that's where you just know you gotta leave, because it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy to stay around once you reach that point. Just leave. Find something else to focus on to get healthy again. And obviously, once you're away and you start to feel better about yourself, they'll probably want you back because they'll see more supply in you, they'll see more value in you. But no, don't let them come back, just leave. I guess the key takeaway is, if something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Just keep an eye out for those red flags.